Welcome to another Tuesday Tidbit presented by the Regroup Advisors. And today we're excited to talk to you about a big event coming up, the Beyond Biz Tech Summit. It's going to be taking place in Troy on September 27th. We're joined today by the founder and CEO of Awecomm, Brent Yax. Brent, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
So first of all, Brent, just tell us a little bit about Awecomm, exactly what you do so people can get an understanding of that.
Sure. So we're what they call a managed service provider. Really what that boils down to is we provide IT services for companies kind of in the small and mid-market range, anywhere from maybe 20 employees to about 700 employees. We would be sort of the IT department for that company.
Fantastic. So with this event coming up on the 27th of September, give our listeners an idea of what they can expect with that, what's all going to take place.
Absolutely. So part of the reason that we do what we do is to help businesses within that small mid-market range grow. And one of the challenges that we see people have is understanding how to leverage technology from a business standpoint more strategically than just a tactical view of it. So when we put this conference together, we wanted to answer that question, help business leaders, owners, presidents, COOs answer that question of how do I leverage technology? What are the things I should be looking at? What are other businesses doing? What are the tools I don't know about? Just all of that very high level strategic question that they have. How do we answer that? So we put together a half-day format, really just a lot of breakout sessions, some keynote speakers, business networking with high-level individuals, C-level individuals, just an opportunity to really help them kind of get that in place.
So what speakers do you have lined up, just so people can have an idea?
So we have speakers that are talking on AI. We have speakers that are talking on cybersecurity. We have attorneys that are talking about what is the actual legal ramification of some of the things happening in the cyber. We have the AI advisor to the White House flying out from Virginia to talk to us about what are the implications of running AI systems within a business, or what's coming up. What are people doing now? We have a few women from OU that are coming out and talking about frameworks that companies can use to actually implement AI instead of just talking about it in the ether. It's this new thing that doesn't really have any tangible benefit. But we're going to talk about what are the ways in which you can use it. How do we organize it? How do we create some structure around it? And how do we execute?
And just for any business owner that's watching this, trying to decide if this is a good event for them or not, what should they look at as a goal walking out of there that they would accomplish with their time?
So the reality of it is that technology plays a very important role in business today, from a cultural standpoint, a client experience standpoint, an automation and a net income standpoint. So what we're hoping to do is give business leaders a broader view of what some of those things are, how is it being leveraged right now, but then they can take away some tangible things that they can do right after the conference and implement inside of their business to really drive some of those things. Our favorite is, how do you systemize, automate, optimize all those processes? How do you get a better view on what your customers think about you or what your employees think about you? Just all of those real pains that businesses have. What can we do from a technology standpoint, and give them the tools to be able to combat those?
And all this technology is great, Brent, but as we found out with this recent global IT outage, you can never have too much knowledge and too much information about keeping all your information secure, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, that was, I think they're saying now one of the biggest IT outages, that's happened ever. And unfortunately, that one comes down to just not good systems in place for deploying updates. And sometimes that's a user issue, which we can't always avoid. But I think what the client should understand, what the executive should understand, is that there's ways to mitigate that. Our clients actually weren't impacted at all by that, because there are ways you can mitigate these risks. There are systems you could have in place to help avoid situations like this. We try to address that a bit at the conference as well.
Yeah, as much knowledge as you can get on technology is never a bad idea. So this conference is a great idea coming up. I'm sure there's a lot of businesses excited about it. Where can they go to RSVP and get more information?
Sure. So we have a site up for the conference. It's called beyond.awecomm.com. So that's beyond.awecomm.com.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time, Brent. So this has been another Tuesday Tidbit presented by the Regroup Advisors. go on to his site, get an RSVP in there so you can get all this great information. Thanks again for joining us, Brent.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, everyone.
If you've enjoyed this episode of Business Plain and Simple Tuesday Tidbits by Regroup Advisors and don't want to miss future topics, well, like and follow us wherever you get your podcast. Interested in learning how Regroup Advisors can help your company? Contact us at info@regroupadvisors.com or online at regroupadvisors.com.